Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I just want to talk a little bit about the Bethesda Redfall and Starfield delay. Unless you've been living under a rock, these two games have been delayed very recently. I wanted to wait a little while and see what happened amongst the community, which is part of what my video is about today. If this is your first time here and you like the content, please hit that like button, please hit the subscribe button, share it out to your friends and let people know. We also do a podcast every Friday at 8 p.m. EST US time and 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time in Australia, obviously. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Anyway.
We're on a mission from God.
On the 13th, Bethesda put out a post, and this is what it said. We've made the decision to delay the launches of Redfall and Starfield to the first half of 2023. The teams at Arcane Austin, Redfall, and the Bethesda Game Studios with Starfield have incredible ambitions for their games, and we want to ensure that you have received the best, most polished versions of them. We want to thank everyone for their excitement for Redfall and Starfield. That energy is a huge part of what inspires all of us every day and drives our own excitement for what we are creating. We can't wait to share our first deep dive into the gameplay for both Redfall and Starfield soon. Thank you for your support. Now, this 110% sucks, and my reaction to this is, well, you shouldn't have set a date in stone. And then when you're asked about that date, you shouldn't have said, the date's written in pen, it's not written in pencil. That's a direct quote from Todd Howard himself. So, in my opinion, this is absolutely egregious. This is just another example of Xbox mishandling IPs or studios. I mean, I know it's Bethesda, and they've got a history of being able to handle their studios and put out great games. But it just seems to be an Xbox curse at the moment. And look, a delay for any game is really never a bad thing in the end. There's many games that should have been delayed, like Cyberpunk, that would have made them great, and the great games that they turned into. Even The Witcher, to some extent, should have been delayed slightly. It was buggy when it came out also. There's many games that have benefited from delays. There's some games that haven't, like Halo. It's another game that's been egregiously mishandled by Xbox, and so I can understand the community being upset. It's completely valid. Now, if you still want to support Xbox, that's completely valid too. If you've decided that you want to delete Game Pass, you want to stop paying for your subscription, and you want to go buy a PlayStation, that's valid as well. People are entitled to feel the way that they want to feel about it. Me, I won't be deleting Game Pass because I don't pay for it. Thanks. However, now Starfield's it's not my kind of game, so that's not super upsetting for me, but Redfall probably would have been my kind of game, but it seems like one of those Back 4 Blood sort of a clone. So again, I wasn't super excited for that, but I love any kind of co-op game. That's great. And all of that is super upsetting by itself. Enough. There doesn't need to be anything added to it. But unfortunately, there has been. And as my good friend Jedi Knight Peter says, is the Xbox community The Xbox community aren't like the PlayStation community insofar as they're not toxic towards each other and we don't attack each other, and we're generally respectful of each other's opinions and we can have discourse. But this week has been extremely disappointing. There's been a lot of people attacking each other within the community, and that's not acceptable. People are entitled to their opinions. You don't have to agree, and you can have discourse online without being disrespectful and attacking people. Look, someone in the community posted this, and I won't name that person, but they just got absolutely dogpiled on from both Xbox community guys and from the PlayStation side, and there was just some horrific attacks, and she was also attacked in a DM, which is not right. She said, to those criticising Phil Spencer for the Starfield and Redfall delays, please consider, 1, can you lead and manage one of the biggest brands in the world with hundreds of staff and moving pieces? 2, the pandemic has affected everyone. 3, slow and steady wins the race. 4, he's only human. I completely don't agree with her take. So 1, no, I can't manage a team that big. I've been proven to do it, but I can manage large teams. That was part of my job. I have done that. But obviously not as big as his, but I mean, that's his job, right? So if you're not doing it right, and you're providing a product to the consumer, then the consumer has every right to criticize you. The pandemic has affected everyone. At this point, I'm sick of hearing about the pandemic affecting games. Like, you've had your time. I'm sure there still are affecting games, but let's stop talking about that, because I think it's getting to a point where it's no longer an excuse. Slow and steady wins the race. Does it though? Not in consumerism. And he's only human. Valid point. He's definitely human. I've seen no evidence to the contrary. I don't think he's a lizard, man. Possible. But yeah, valid point. But I think what the issue is everyone's sick and tired of hearing Phil and the Xbox team say, we hear you. We know we need to do better, and we will do better. And they're just not delivering on better. And so I don't agree with their take. What I also don't agree with is people just dogpiling on her and attacking her for her point of view, bringing up her gamer score, which isn't massive, but she has played games. And look, if you've picked up a controller just once in your life, well, maybe not once, but if you've picked up a controller a few times in your life, you play games, you enjoy games, and you can only play them when you can, then that's a gamer. We need to stop gatekeeping gaming, and a lot of these PlayStation guys like to ask for your credentials, and it's ridiculous. Fuck off with your credentials. Who the fuck are you to ask me for anything? Mine are open so people can see it, but who the fuck do these people think they are? You're not better than anyone. You're not better than me. I'm not better than you. Stop treating people like you're better. There's a lot of arrogance on Twitter, and I guess everyone's guilty at some time. I'm guilty myself. But you don't need to come into someone's thread and attack them. If you don't like a take, you can say your piece and be respectful. So please, guys, do that. And on the gatekeeping, Kelly Lombardi posted this, and she is Global Games Marketing at Xbox Team. And she said this: enough with the console wars and gatekeeping of the gaming community. Do you play games? You're a gamer. You watch games? You're a gamer. You discuss games? You're a gamer. You are part of the gaming community, regardless of platform preference, time played, or skill level. So she again got dogpiled on by the community, and look, there was some respectful takes, and again, some really disrespectful takes. Not necessary. I'll say this, it's a bridge too far, what she's saying, but her sentiment is correct. She is saying that we need to be a bit more respectful of those who don't get the time to play, those who are disabled and can't play but like to watch games and are part of the gaming community. There's many things in what she's saying, but look, there's a lot of takes saying that if you don't play games, you're not a gamer. And look, I agree with that sentiment 110% when it references people on the internet who are using gaming for clout. That's not gaming, that's clout chasing, and I don't agree with that either. But look, if you're a gamer, I don't give a shit what your gamer score is. When you play games, you enjoy games, and you play them when you can, or you only play a certain type of game, and that's the only game you play. You're a fucking gamer, and we need to stop attacking people for this as well. It's a bit of a negative video, and I apologise for that. But look, guys, just while you're out there, if you're in the Twitterverse, or you're in Facebook, or you're in social media in any way, shape, or form, look, just be respectful of other gamers, and look, especially coming from the Xbox community, because we don't attack each other. I've always thought of the Xbox community as much better than what's happened this week. There's been infighting, there's been fighting amongst friends, and look, discourse is a very good thing. Telling Xbox that we're not happy with what they're doing, that's a good thing. We need to be able to do that. We need to be able to communicate to Microsoft, to Phil Spencer, that, hey, we're not happy with this. This is not good enough. And it's not good enough. We've got Halo, Gears, and Forza again. You know, I completely agree with anyone who's upset with Xbox at the moment. But for those of you or for those people who are not upset with Xbox about this and this doesn't bother them and they still want to remain positive, that's completely okay. They don't deserve to be attacked. So just, guys, be fucking respectful, please. If you like this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it out. I'll be dropping another one next week. And don't forget to tune in to Xbox Infinite Live, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time US, and 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Australia. I'll see you guys in the next one.